Hello everyone, welcome back to the another session in series of learning C programming, and this video is about pointer arithmetic. As it is little bit tricky concept, people will feel very tricky to understand pointers, so I'm making videos separately for each concept. Please kindly learn pointers concept in detail, okay? And this concept is pointer arithmetic. So how we'll perform operations on pointers? How we'll perform arithmetic operations on pointers, that we'll do here. Now, take an example. So int a is equal to 10, it's my normal variable, and star p is my pointer variable. Now, as we all know that pointer variable which hold address of the other variable. Now, star p is equal to ampersand a. Okay. Now, this is what star q is equal to ampersand a. Now, about this we'll talk later. Now, just I'm putting aside. Now look at this p plus q. Okay. Now, so int star q is equal to address of a. Okay. Now, from these two sentences, what we can understand, star p is one pointer variable, star q is another pointer variable. Okay. So, when you wanted to add two pointer variables, it is not valid in C. That you can't write, or you should not write p plus q. It is invalid. Why it is invalid? No two pointer variables are added, because p is what? Address of a, and q is also address of a or something address, but you can't add these type of things. Whereas it is valid. What it is valid? Adding of numerical digit to the pointer, or adding, look at this, p plus 1, p plus 5, so it is valid, but no two pointer variables are added. So please remember this, you can't do addition of p plus q, you cannot do it, so you should not do it, and these things are valid. Now let's see some example for the better understanding. P is equal to p plus 1. Okay, now what is this p? My pointer variable. Now, now look at this. See, I have given a is equal to 10. What does it mean that I gave a is equal to 10 means? So memory will be allocated. What is memory? 4 bytes memory will be allocated. That from 1000 to 1003 memory will be allocated to store this 10. Yes, it is true that 10 will not store as it is. It will be get converted into binary, and this binary data will get available from 1000 to up to here. Up to here it is the place which is given to store number 10. I mean value 10 as per this. Okay. Now look at this. P is equal to p plus 2, p plus 1. What does it mean? P is what? The base address, which is 1000. P plus 1 in the sense what? Are we going for this 1001 by increasing plus 1? If you are going for this, then what value you will get? The same value you will get, right? Because P is what? 1000 plus 1 means what? 1001 generally. But pointers will not add like this. I mean, this is valid only, but the concept of plus 1 is doesn't sense that you are adding the next digit. So it would point to the next location, correct? It would point to the next location, but the scale factor, it would point to the next location, not the location, not the index of the number, or not the among these 4 bytes, but the scale factor. Scale factor is what? If p is a pointer variable, p is holding some address of other variable. Now this variable is having a data type which is integer. Now scale factor of this variable is what? 4 bytes. Fine. So a data type is integer. Number of bytes it will be taken by a is 4 bytes. Now scale factor is what? 4 bytes. So it would point to the next location, which is 1004. So up to 1003 it is a data, right? 1004 onwards it is new one. So p plus 1 in the sense As soon as you finish the pointer this address, you can switch to the next, which is 1004. So always you have to understand in this procedure. Look at this, p is equal to p plus 1. Now 1 is what? 1 into size of data type, that is 1000 plus 1 into 4, which is 1004. So p plus 1, p is equal to p plus 1 resembles that you are going for 1004 location to retrieve the value. And look at this, p is equal to p plus 2. What does it mean? P is base address, 2 is what? 2 is you wanted to increase that, 2 into 4, 4 is scale factor, and p plus 8, 1008. So you will be pointing to 1008. Now look at this, printf percentile d star p. Okay, now so a is our variable, a is holding a value of 10, so this a will have some address. Now my p is pointer variable, now that is going to have 1000 because this address will be in p. Now this also have some address which is 2000, assume this. Now look at this, printf percentile d star p. What is p actually? 1000, right? Now whatever value is pointing through this 1000, that is what? 10. So the value which is referring through this 1000 is 10. So this printf statement will print the value which is 10. Now look at this, p plus 1. P plus 1. As long as p plus 1 doesn't put the result into any other variable, it is invalid. That is, it should be written something like this, p is equal to p plus 1 should be there, then only it is valid. If you write only p plus 1, if you are not updating the result into the resultant variable, then it is invalid. So you have to write p is equal to p plus 1. What does it mean? That after this 10, so after this a means, so a will take 4 bytes, right? So after this 4 bytes, it will be pointing to that number. And now look at this, star p is equal to 2. What does it mean? Star p is what? Now star p. P is what? Address of a. Now star means what? Indirection operator, which always returns a value. Whose value? Address of a value. Now that value is updated as 2. That means 10 is overwritten or updated with 2. Now if you can print this star p, you can see answer as p. Okay. So you can execute this program and you can put it into comment box. Fine. Now this is all about pointer arithmetic. And basically pointer arithmetic concept you can understand well while you are executing about arrays, because arrays you will be having something like indexes, no? Something that it is 10, 15, 20, 25, assume that. So this is my first index value, for second, third index value, and this is what 1000. So when I wanted to increase the next, for example, let's take p plus plus I have given. What is this p plus plus? P is what? P is what? Address of a, right? That address of a is what? Base address, which is 1000. Now it is pointing to which value? The next value. What is the address of 15? 1004. So p plus plus means you are pointing to the next location. So the next location is what? 1008. The next location is what? 1012. So all these can be done using of your pointer arithmetic. So you can take some example related to arrays and you can see the best result of this pointer arithmetic. So likewise we can even perform subtraction also. So that you cannot do p minus q where p and q both are pointers. We'll do with the number, something like p plus 1 we did, right? And we did p minus 1, that we will be coming back to retrieve the value. So this is all about pointer arithmetic. Thank you all.